Have you ever felt like life is testing you, pushing you to the edge, and yet the reward feels just out of reach? That tension you feel, the unease that whispers you aren't ready, is not a punishment, it is preparation. Every trial you face, every moment of doubt, every obstacle that seems impossible to overcome is shaping you, refining you, and proving that you are capable of receiving something far greater than what you have imagined. Right now, your heart may feel heavy with frustration, your mind crowded with questions about why the universe or God allows struggle, and your spirit may be wondering if it's worth holding on. But there is a profound truth hiding in the discomfort. Wealth, true abundance, and the kind of success that lasts are never given without first being earned in the quiet, unseen moments of preparation. Imagine for a moment that every challenge, every setback, every small heartbreak you've endured was a test of your readiness, a test not designed to break you, but to reveal your strength, your resilience, and your ability to hold on when the world tells you to let go. Think about the way fire purifies gold, how pressure transforms coal into diamond. Your struggles are not random. They are the forge in which your potential is being shaped. The delays, the disappointments, the nights when doubt feels heavier than hope. These are the moments where the foundation of your future wealth is being laid. And when you understand this, when you truly internalize that your trials are preparing you for something far greater, something unstoppable begins to awaken inside you. The most powerful wealth is never just measured in money. It is measured in wisdom, in character, in the clarity of purpose, and the courage to take bold steps when everyone else hesitates. And right now, you are being tested in all of these ways. God is not testing you to deny you. He is testing you to see if you are ready to handle the responsibility, the freedom, and the transformation that comes with abundance. Every sleepless night, every moment of self-doubt, every challenge that seems unfair is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. The question is, will you rise to meet it, or will you shrink back? Here's the reward. If you can look at your trials differently, if you can embrace the discomfort as a sign that something extraordinary is coming, you will start to feel a shift within yourself. A quiet confidence, a steady knowing that no obstacle is too big, no delay too long, and no fear too strong to stand in your way. That confidence, that sense of unstoppable purpose, is the first taste of the wealth that awaits you. And as you continue to hold on, as you continue to grow through each test, the universe begins to align. Doors that were once closed begin to open. Opportunities that once seemed distant start moving toward you. And every sacrifice, every moment of patience, every act of integrity becomes part of a larger story, your story, a story of triumph, abundance, and destiny fulfilled. The tests are not signs that you are failing. They are signs that you are being prepared. And if you stay the course, if you embrace the process with faith and courage, what is waiting for you will not just meet your expectations, it will exceed them in ways you never dreamed possible. So lean into the challenge, hold steady in the storm, and know this: every test today is the first step toward a wealth that is not just material, but life-changing, soul-elevating, and eternal. Have you noticed how the hardest moments in life always seem to stretch time, as if testing how long you can endure before giving in? That feeling of impatience, that restless tug in your chest, is not a weakness. It is a sign that you are on the edge of transformation. Patience is the first true test of your readiness for abundance. It is easy to want everything now, to reach for the reward without earning it, to chase quick fixes and shortcuts. But the truth is, anything that is rushed is fragile. Anything that is forced cannot last. True wealth requires waiting. True abundance requires the ability to hold steady even when the world tempts you to act impulsively. Every moment of waiting is a moment of power. Every pause, every delay, every setback you face is teaching you something invaluable about yourself. Can you hold your vision when nothing seems to be happening? Can you trust your own strength when results are invisible? Can you remain calm when life insists on testing your patience? The people who achieve greatness are not those who never struggle. They are those who endure the silence, who work quietly in the shadows, who continue to move forward even when progress seems slow. The discipline to wait, to keep faith while the world rushes by, is what separates fleeting success from lasting legacy. There is a hidden reward in patience. When you learn to endure without losing hope, When you resist the urge to force outcomes before the time is right, you begin to notice a clarity in your thinking that impatience can never bring. You start to see opportunities that others miss because they are blinded by haste. You begin to recognize the patterns, the timing, and the precise steps that lead to sustainable success. Patience gives you a vantage point that others can never reach. It sharpens your mind, strengthens your spirit, and primes you to receive abundance in a way that is permanent, unstoppable, and aligned with your highest purpose. Think about how much energy is wasted in frustration, in worry, in rushing. That energy, when redirected, becomes your greatest asset. Every moment you resist giving in to impatience, every second you choose calm over chaos is a seed planted in the soil of your future. The universe rewards the steady, the consistent, the persistent. It favors those who can endure quietly, who can hold their dreams close even when no one else sees them. The reward of patience is not a promise of easy wealth. It is a guarantee that when your time comes, you will be ready, fully equipped, and unshakable in your capacity to handle it. So embrace the waiting. Feel the tension in your chest and understand it as proof that you are being prepared for something extraordinary. Trust the timing of your life, even when it feels slow or unfair. Know that every delay is deliberate, every pause is purposeful, and every moment of endurance is a step closer to the prosperity that is waiting for you. Patience is not passive. It is the silent strength that turns trials into triumph, uncertainty into clarity, and longing into fulfillment. Hold on to your vision, stand firm in your faith, and remember that the ability to wait without losing hope is the first doorway to the wealth, the abundance, and the life you were always meant to claim. There is a quiet power that grows inside you when you remain patient, a strength that the world cannot see, but that shapes every choice you make. And yet, patience alone is not enough. The next test waits in the integrity of your actions. Every decision you make, every word you speak, every corner you cut or path you take reveals who you truly are beneath the surface. Wealth is not meant for the clever or the opportunistic or the cunning. It is reserved for those whose hearts are aligned with truth, whose actions reflect honesty even when no one is watching, whose character cannot be compromised for temporary gain. Integrity is the foundation upon which lasting abundance is built, and without it, everything else crumbles. Consider how easily one can be tempted to take the shortcut, to bend the rules, to compromise on values when the pressure is high. The test is subtle, almost invisible, yet it is constant. How you respond when no one is looking is far more important than what the world applauds. Wealth demands responsibility, and the first proof of that responsibility is your ability to remain unshaken in moral courage. Every time you choose the harder right over the easier wrong, you strengthen the invisible muscles that prepare you to carry abundance without breaking. Every act of honesty, every decision to honor your principles is an investment that compounds quietly, invisibly, in ways that will pay off far beyond what you can see now. There is a freedom that comes from integrity, a clarity of mind that allows you to act decisively because you know your foundation is solid. When wealth arrives, it tests your strength, your judgment, and your values in ways you cannot anticipate. If your character is weak, the rewards of fortune become burdens, traps, or distractions. But when your integrity is unshakable, wealth becomes a tool, a channel through which you can live fully, create impact, and expand your purpose. The choices you make now, in the shadows of your current challenges, are the same choices that will determine how gracefully you can receive the blessings that are coming. Ask yourself, do you act with honesty even when it is inconvenient? Do you honor promises even when it costs you something? Do you hold to your principles when temptation whispers and shortcuts glimmer? These are the moments that determine readiness. Every small act of integrity builds a silent strength within you, a force that will hold you steady when abundance arrives and challenges multiply. The world may reward cunning and speed, but the universe and God rewards alignment, patience, and unwavering character. The emotional reward of integrity is profound. It is a sense of peace that cannot be bought, a confidence that comes not from possessions, but from knowing that you are worthy to receive what is coming. The doors of opportunity will not open for those who compromise on character, but for those who choose integrity consistently, who live truthfully even when it costs them. The doors swing wide without struggle. Wealth follows alignment. Fortune flows toward the prepared heart. The trials you endure now The moral tests you pass in silence are the invisible hand shaping the vessel that is ready to hold not just wealth, but purpose, freedom, and a life of unstoppable fulfillment. Remain steadfast. Let every decision, every action reflect the truth of who you are. Let your character be your silent proclamation that you are ready. Because integrity is not just a test, it is the bridge that transforms patience into power, struggle into readiness, and preparation into the unstoppable arrival of abundance. There is a quiet strength that comes when your character is unshakable, when your integrity becomes the foundation of every action. But even strength and honesty are not enough to prepare you for the abundance that is coming. Humility is the next measure of your readiness, the invisible quality that allows wealth to settle in without destruction. Pride pushes against opportunity. Arrogance blinds you to lessons, and ego distorts perspective. Wealth is not meant to inflate an already swollen sense of self. It is meant to elevate a soul that is grounded, open, and receptive. Humility is the gatekeeper. It ensures that every blessing you receive enhances your life without eroding your purpose, that every opportunity is met with wisdom instead of entitlement. True humility does not mean weakness. It means clarity. It means the ability to see the truth about yourself without denial or pretense. It means acknowledging your limitations while trusting in your potential. Humility allows you to learn, to grow, and to adapt. It makes patience more bearable, integrity more natural, and faith stronger. When wealth arrives, humility keeps your heart steady and your mind focused. Without it, abundance becomes a test you are destined to fail, because the ego that cannot bend will break under the weight of sudden power. Every moment of quiet reflection, every act of self-awareness, every choice to listen rather than dominate is a preparation that the world cannot see but that your soul deeply understands. Ask yourself, do you approach life with the confidence of your capabilities or the arrogance of assumed entitlement? Can you celebrate the successes of others without feeling diminished? Can you acknowledge that every lesson, every challenge, and every moment of guidance is an opportunity for growth? Humility teaches you that greatness is not claimed through force or pride, but through service, alignment, and self-mastery. It is the soil in which the seeds of wealth grow strong roots, able to withstand storms, drought, and temptation. The emotional reward of humility is profound. It brings peace in uncertainty, acceptance in the face of delay, and a steady courage that does not waver when pride would falter. It allows you to see opportunities that others miss because their arrogance blinds them. Humility aligns you with forces beyond your immediate perception. It positions you to recognize the openings that patience, integrity, and strength have already prepared for you. The more humble your heart, the more ready you are to receive the blessings that are waiting, because humility ensures that what you receive will not overwhelm you, corrupt you, or deflect you from your true purpose. Every act of humility strengthens your readiness. Every choice to serve rather than dominate, to listen rather than argue, to respect rather than demand, builds the invisible architecture that will support your future wealth. The world may reward confidence, and success may favor boldness, but lasting abundance favors humility. It favors those who are willing to put their ego aside, who are willing to grow quietly, who understand that true power is aligned with grace. Embrace humility not as a limitation, but as a tool of preparation. Let your heart soften without losing strength. Let your mind expand without arrogance. Let every interaction, every decision, and every silent reflection be a testament to your readiness. Humility ensures that when wealth arrives, you will receive it not as a conqueror, but as a steward, a master of opportunity, and a soul fully equipped to transform not just your life, but the lives of everyone you touch. Strength, integrity, humility, these qualities prepare you for abundance, yet life's trials are not finished testing you. Endurance is the next measure, the relentless ability to keep moving when every fiber of your body and mind screams to stop. Wealth does not come to those who quit at the first obstacle, to those who crumble under pressure, or to those who allow fear to dictate their pace. True abundance comes to those who can face adversity, disappointment, and hardship again and again, and still rise with unwavering determination. Every challenge you endure now is a lesson in resilience, a training ground for the stamina your future requires. Endurance is more than perseverance. It is the capacity to withstand the weight of life without surrendering your vision or your principles. It is the strength to act when motivation fades, to continue when circumstances feel unbearable, to trust that the path you walk, however steep or dark, is preparing you for what is coming. Every delay, every failure, every setback that tests your resolve is an opportunity to grow stronger, to build muscles of patience, courage, and focus that cannot be forged in ease. The very difficulties that feel unfair or overwhelming are the crucible in which your readiness is tempered. Ask yourself, when the pressure mounts, do you collapse or do you rise? When every option seems blocked, do you find another path or do you surrender? Endurance is not passive. It is active, deliberate, and intentional. It is choosing to move forward even when the reward is invisible, choosing to fight through exhaustion, frustration, and doubt because you know that every moment of persistence is shaping your destiny. The stronger your endurance today, the greater your capacity to handle not just wealth, but the responsibilities, challenges, and expectations that accompany it. There's a profound reward hidden in endurance. It is the knowledge that you can survive anything, the quiet confidence that no challenge is too great to overcome. This strength becomes a magnetic force, attracting opportunities, partnerships, and resources that the impatient and the unprepared cannot access. Every trial you endure expands your capacity for greatness, builds your immunity to fear, and trains your spirit to remain steady in the face of life's storms. Endurance creates a foundation so solid that when abundance arrives, it does not shake you, it elevates you. Consider how many people give up too soon, how many abandon their dreams because the pressure is greater than their current strength. Every test you face is not punishment, it is a preparation for a level of success that cannot be achieved by those who quit. Endurance transforms hardship into wisdom, struggle into insight, and patience into unstoppable momentum. It teaches you that failure is not final, that setbacks are temporary, and that every obstacle is simply a step toward what you are destined to claim. Embrace endurance as your ally. Let every challenge you face fortify your spirit. Let every moment of struggle deepen your capacity to rise, to fight, and to persist. Understand that the trials you experience today are not signs of weakness, but confirmations that you are being ready for extraordinary success. When you cultivate endurance, you create a heart and mind capable of sustaining not just wealth, but purpose, impact, and a life of unstoppable achievement. Endurance prepares you to stand when the world wants to see you fall, but it is gratitude that shapes the heart ready to receive true abundance. Gratitude is more than a fleeting feeling. It is a powerful force that rewires your mind, aligns your spirit, and opens doors that impatience and entitlement can never unlock. When you learn to appreciate what you already have, to see value in every lesson, every struggle, and every small victory, you create a foundation for lasting wealth. The universe does not respond to those who focus on lack or complaint. It responds to those who acknowledge and honor the blessings that already exist, however small or hidden they may seem. Ask yourself, do you notice the simple gifts that surround you? Do you recognize the people, experiences, and opportunities that have shaped your journey, even in ways that are hard to see? Gratitude is a test of perspective. It measures whether you are capable of receiving more without losing sight of what you already possess. A heart that can appreciate what is present is capable of handling what is coming. A mind consumed by scarcity, envy, or resentment cannot create, hold, or expand wealth in any meaningful way. Gratitude transforms perception. It turns struggle into learning, delay into preparation, and scarcity into anticipation. Every moment in which you practice gratitude strengthens the circuits of abundance in your mind and spirit. It trains you to see opportunity where others see obstacles, to recognize growth where others see failure, and to feel contentment even while striving for more. The act of being grateful rewires your focus toward the positive, shifting energy from resistance to reception. It aligns you with forces that reward those ready to expand, not those clinging to what they cannot control. The emotional reward of gratitude is immediate and profound. It brings peace in uncertainty, calm in chaos, and a resilience that sustains the soul when trials continue. A grateful heart is anchored, not tossed by disappointment or fear. It is grounded in what is, even as it reaches for what could be. Every expression of appreciation, Every acknowledgement of the unseen support and quiet victories in your life strengthens your capacity to receive abundance without fear, without doubt, and without losing your center. Consider this: wealth in its deepest form is not just financial, it is clarity, freedom, confidence, and alignment. Gratitude ensures that when fortune arrives, it enhances rather than destabilizes your life. It ensures that abundance will serve your purpose instead of inflating your ego or magnifying your fears. The people who succeed, who hold their blessings with grace and multiply their impact, are those whose hearts are already rich with appreciation. They understand that giving thanks is the key that unlocks doors that impatience, entitlement, or ambition alone cannot open. Let gratitude become your daily practice. Let every breath, every moment, every small triumph, and every hardship carry the acknowledgement that life is shaping you, preparing you, and testing your readiness. The strength you build through endurance, the integrity you uphold, the humility you maintain, they all converge and multiply through gratitude. It is the bridge between preparation and reward, the magnet that draws blessings toward a heart willing to receive them fully, wisely, and abundantly. Gratitude transforms the waiting, the struggle, and the effort into a force that accelerates your journey toward a life that is not only wealthy, but fulfilled, purposeful, and unstoppable. Gratitude strengthens the heart and clears the mind, but without discipline, even the strongest spirit can falter. Discipline is the invisible force that turns intention into action, dreams into reality, and preparation into results. It is not merely doing what is easy or convenient. It is doing what must be done consistently, even when motivation fades, even when distractions scream for attention, even when the temptation to quit whispers louder than the voice of purpose. Wealth, true and lasting wealth, does not reward the careless, the inconsistent, or the undisciplined. It favors those who have mastered their actions, their habits, and their focus, so that when opportunity arrives, they are ready to act decisively, confidently, and with precision. Ask yourself, are your daily actions building the life you desire, or are they small compromises that lead to stagnation? Discipline is tested in the ordinary moments, in the routines, in the small choices that seem insignificant but accumulate into your destiny. Every commitment you honor, every task you complete despite resistance, every promise you keep to yourself and others strengthens the foundation of abundance. Discipline teaches endurance to become automatic, integrity to become habitual, and patience to become unshakable. It converts potential into tangible results and ensures that when fortune arrives, you are not overwhelmed, distracted, or unprepared. The power of discipline lies not in restriction, but in liberation. It liberates you from the chaos of impulse, from the weight of inconsistency, and from the regret of wasted opportunity. By mastering yourself, you create a life where action aligns with vision, where effort is purposeful, and where every choice moves you closer to the abundance you seek. The disciplined mind can see what others overlook, anticipate what others ignore, and execute with clarity that only comes from focused preparation. Wealth flows naturally to those who have cultivated the inner order that mirrors the outer success they desire. Consider this: every habit you form, every routine you follow, every commitment you uphold is a silent test of readiness. Wealth will not wait for those who are scattered, indecisive, or undirected. It will not settle in the hearts of those who lack the inner structure to wield it wisely. Discipline is the measure of your capacity to hold power, manage resources, and sustain growth over time. It ensures that abundance, when it comes, is multiplied, maintained, and amplified rather than squandered or lost in neglect. The emotional reward of discipline is profound. It is the calm confidence that comes from knowing you are fully capable of following through. It is the peace that arises from mastering yourself before attempting to master the world. It is the quiet joy of seeing progress every day, of moving steadily towards your goals while others falter in distraction, doubt, and inconsistency. Discipline allows you to act decisively when the moment demands it, to seize opportunity without hesitation, and to endure challenges without compromise. Let discipline become the engine of your life. Let it guide your choices, sharpen your focus, and strengthen your resolve. Let it transform small, everyday actions into the architecture of extraordinary success. When paired with patience, integrity, humility, endurance, and gratitude, Discipline creates a force that aligns every part of you with the abundance that is waiting. It turns preparation into readiness, struggle into mastery, and vision into tangible, unstoppable results. Through discipline, you become the person capable of receiving, managing, and multiplying the wealth that has been promised to you, not just as material gain, but as a life of power, purpose, and unshakable fulfillment. Discipline lays the groundwork, but faith is what propels you forward when nothing visible confirms your efforts. Faith is the force that carries you through uncertainty, the unshakable belief that what you cannot see is already in motion. It is trusting that the universe or God is aligning circumstances, preparing doors, and orchestrating events in your favor, even when every sign seems to contradict that truth. Without faith, patience becomes doubt, discipline becomes rigidity, and endurance can turn into mere survival. Faith transforms all your preparation into momentum, giving meaning to the struggle, clarity to the waiting, and courage to the unknown. Ask yourself, do you believe in your own potential even when the world doubts you? Do you trust in timing you cannot control, in forces you cannot measure, and in outcomes you cannot yet see? Faith is not passive hope. It is active belief expressed through consistent action, unwavering focus, and a heart that refuses to surrender. When faith is present, the storms of life no longer overwhelm you, they refine you. When faith guides your steps, the obstacles you encounter are no longer barriers but lessons, signals, and opportunities to align even deeper with your purpose. Faith strengthens your resilience in ways nothing else can. It gives you the courage to keep moving when progress is invisible, the confidence to take the next step when risk seems too great, and the endurance to maintain integrity, humility, and discipline under pressure. Every action you take with faith multiplies in power. Every effort you invest compounds in ways that cannot be seen immediately. The invisible work done with faith carries the greatest weight because it shapes the inner foundation necessary to sustain true wealth, success, and fulfillment. Consider this. The mind often doubts what the heart knows. Fear whispers, it will never happen. You are not ready. You are too small. Faith responds, I may not see it yet, but my preparation is complete and my reward is coming. This quiet, unyielding trust is what separates those who claim extraordinary lives from those who settle for mediocrity. The universe moves for the believer, not for the skeptic. The doors that remain closed to others swing wide for the one who trusts in timing, alignment, and divine orchestration. The emotional reward of faith is unmatched. It brings a sense of peace amidst chaos, courage amidst fear, and confidence amidst uncertainty. It creates a clarity that allows you to act decisively without hesitation, to persevere without frustration, and to receive without fear. Faith ensures that when wealth, opportunity, or breakthrough arrives, you will not only recognize it, but you will also have the strength, wisdom, and readiness to embrace it fully. Let faith become your compass, guiding every thought, choice, and action. Let it reinforce your patience, amplify your endurance, and align your discipline with purpose. Allow it to deepen your gratitude, strengthen your humility, and illuminate the path that preparation alone cannot reveal. Faith is the invisible force that transforms waiting into expectation, struggle into growth, and unseen effort into unstoppable momentum. With faith, you are not merely enduring. You are actively co-creating the life of abundance, influence, and fulfillment that is already yours to claim. Faith gives you vision when the world is blind, but it is sacrifice that tests whether your heart is truly ready for the rewards of abundance. Sacrifice is not loss. It is the deliberate choice to let go of comfort, convenience, or attachment to what feels safe in order to claim what is greater. Every blessing you desire demands a price, not necessarily in money or time alone, but in the willingness to step beyond your comfort zone, to release control, and to invest yourself fully, even when the outcome is uncertain. Those who shrink from sacrifice are often the same who find abundance elusive, while those who embrace it discover a power that multiplies every effort and opportunity. Ask yourself, what are you unwilling to release? What attachments, fears, or comforts are holding you back from the life you are meant to claim? Sacrifice is the measure of your readiness. It is tested quietly, in the choices no one notices, in the moments when taking the easy path would be simpler, and in the decisions that demand courage over comfort. Each time you choose long-term growth over short-term ease, you strengthen the vessel that will hold your wealth, influence, and impact without breaking. Sacrifice is not suffering. It is preparation in motion, shaping your character, your focus, and your capacity to receive. Every act of sacrifice multiplies potential. By letting go of what you cling to, you create space for what is coming. Every comfort you release, every hesitation you overcome, every attachment you loosen becomes a magnet for opportunity, abundance, and transformation. The universe, or God, honors those who are willing to pay the price of preparation, who understand that what is given in faith, patience, discipline, and integrity is amplified through deliberate letting go. Sacrifice ensures that your future is not only reachable, but sustainable, that the rewards you receive will elevate rather than overwhelm, and that your impact will expand far beyond what you can imagine today. Consider how often fear disguises itself as necessity. People cling to what they know, what feels secure, what provides temporary satisfaction, and in doing so, they limit their capacity for growth. True sacrifice requires courage, the courage to step into uncertainty, to trust the process, and to act in alignment with your purpose even when it is uncomfortable. It demands that you value long-term fulfillment over immediate gratification, that you prioritize growth over ease, and that you honor your potential even when others doubt you. This is the heart of readiness, the ability to release without fear, to invest without guarantee, and to act without hesitation. The emotional reward of sacrifice is profound. It creates resilience, focus, and a deep sense of alignment with your purpose. It strengthens your capacity to receive, magnifies your ability to give, and positions you to wield abundance wisely. Those who master sacrifice do not fear the arrival of wealth or opportunity, because they have already proven their worthiness through deliberate action, selflessness, and commitment. Sacrifice ensures that when the rewards come, they will not overwhelm, corrupt, or distract you, but will instead amplify your impact, purpose, and fulfillment. Embrace sacrifice as a tool of preparation, not a punishment. Let it shape your choices, refine your character, and expand your capacity to receive. Let every act of release, every courageous decision, and every intentional step beyond comfort serve as proof that you are ready. Sacrifice aligns the heart with destiny, the mind with purpose, and the soul with abundance, ensuring that when the wealth you seek arrives, it will be met with readiness, strength, and unstoppable power. Sacrifice sharpens the heart, but true readiness is tested in how you treat the people around you. Patience with others is a measure of emotional strength, a sign that your wealth, when it comes, will be used with wisdom and grace. Life will place difficult people, challenging relationships, and moments of conflict in your path, not to punish you, but to reveal the depth of your character. It is easy to be patient when things go smoothly, but the real test lies in responding with calm, respect, and understanding when others frustrate, provoke, or disappoint you. Those who can navigate human complexity with composure are prepared to handle the responsibilities, influence, and opportunities that come with abundance. Ask yourself, do you react with irritation, anger, or resentment when confronted by difficulty, or do you maintain clarity, control, and compassion even when it is hard? Patience with people is not about condoning bad behavior. It is about mastering yourself so that no external circumstance can disturb your equilibrium. Every interaction becomes a test of your ability to hold steady, to make choices aligned with your higher purpose, and to maintain integrity when provoked. The energy you invest in managing relationships wisely multiplies the impact of your future success, ensuring that the wealth, influence, and freedom you receive are used to build, uplift, and transform rather than destabilize. When you cultivate patience with people, you develop a rare form of strength. You learn to see beyond temporary emotions, to understand motivations, and to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This skill allows you to create networks of trust, loyalty, and collaboration that accelerate your progress in ways that raw talent or effort alone cannot achieve. The universe rewards those who can navigate the human element with wisdom, for it is in relationships, alliances, and shared purpose that abundance is magnified and sustained. Without this skill, even the greatest resources can be wasted or misdirected. Consider how many people fail not because they lack opportunity, knowledge, or skill, but because they are unable to manage conflict, disappointment, or tension with grace. Wealth tests emotional intelligence, empathy, and the ability to act with calm decisiveness. Every challenging person you encounter, every conflict you endure, every situation that requires restraint is shaping your capacity to wield power responsibly. Your ability to remain steady, kind, and composed under pressure signals that you are ready not just to receive abundance, but to steward it with impact, fairness, and wisdom. The emotional reward of patience with people is profound. It brings peace in interactions that would otherwise drain, clarity in moments of chaos, and strength in situations that could undermine your focus. It allows you to act decisively without being hijacked by emotion, to build influence without intimidation, and to lead without arrogance. Every moment of patience practice is a reinforcement of the inner architecture that will carry your wealth, purpose, and vision to heights that cannot be shaken by challenge, criticism, or conflict. Let patience with people become a guiding principle in your life. Let every difficult interaction serve as practice in self-mastery. Every frustrating encounter as training for composure, and every challenge to your empathy as preparation for influence. By mastering the way you respond to others, you cultivate the emotional strength, clarity, and resilience necessary to receive abundance fully and wield it wisely. This skill ensures that when your moment of wealth, power, and opportunity arrives, you will not only be ready, but you will also have the capacity to elevate others as you rise, creating a legacy that extends far beyond your own life. Patience with others tests the heart, but courage tests the soul. True readiness for abundance demands the bravery to step forward when fear whispers that you should stay still. It is easy to dream, to plan, and to hope, but courage is the force that transforms vision into reality. Every bold decision, every step into the unknown, and every risk taken with conviction strengthens the part of you that will carry wealth responsibly, purposefully, and powerfully. Without courage, the preparation you have cultivated, your discipline, your patience, your integrity, your humility remains dormant, waiting for someone brave enough to act. Ask yourself, are you willing to move when uncertainty looms? Are you willing to take action when the outcome is unclear, the stakes high, and the path uncharted? Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the choice to act despite fear. Every time you choose to step forward, even when trembling inside, you signal to the universe, to God, and to yourself that you are ready to claim what is rightfully yours. Every courageous action compounds, creating momentum that propels you toward breakthroughs that hesitation can never reach. Courage transforms preparation into power. It allows patience to become persistence, discipline to become execution, and faith to become manifestation. The risks you take today, the small steps you embrace despite doubt, the bold decisions made in alignment with your vision, all serve as proof that you are capable of handling the magnitude of what is coming. Wealth does not favor the timid or the indecisive. It favors the bold, the persistent, and the prepared. Those who hesitate too long, who cling to safety or certainty, often watch opportunity pass, never realizing the potential they carried all along. Consider how fear disguises itself as caution, comfort, or reason. People rationalize inaction because the unknown feels unsafe. Courage is the antidote. It allows you to move forward while others stall, to act decisively when the path is unclear, and to claim opportunities that seem impossible from the vantage point of fear. Courage strengthens every other quality you have built: discipline, patience, humility, endurance, integrity, and faith, because it is the bridge between readiness and reward. Without it, even the most prepared heart cannot reach the heights it is meant to achieve. The emotional reward of courage is transformative. It instills confidence, ignites momentum, and creates an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome obstacles. Each act of bravery expands your influence, sharpens your judgment, and reinforces your sense of purpose. Courage allows you to embrace uncertainty without hesitation, to seize opportunities with clarity, and to act decisively when timing is critical. It turns potential into results, preparation into action, and vision into tangible achievement. Let courage guide your steps. Let every decision that scares you slightly be a test of your readiness, every moment of fear a chance to prove your strength, and every risk taken with alignment a declaration that you are prepared for abundance. Courage is the key that opens the door between struggle and triumph. between patience and prosperity, between preparation and unstoppable achievement. By stepping forward boldly, you activate every other quality you have cultivated, ensuring that when the wealth, purpose, and opportunities you seek arrive, you will not only be ready, but you will also have the power to claim them fully and transform them into lasting impact. Courage allows you to step forward into the unknown, but resilience in the face of temptation determines whether you can sustain the abundance you seek. Life will place opportunities before you that seem easy, shortcuts that promise quick results, and temptations that test the integrity of your heart. These are the final filters, the ultimate measure of whether the person who has prepared, endured, and acted is truly ready to receive. Wealth is never just about skill, effort, or timing. It is about the ability to remain steadfast, principled, and disciplined when the easiest path tempts you to compromise. Every moment of resistance strengthens your capacity to handle greater power, influence, and responsibility. Ask yourself, when presented with temptation, do you yield to convenience, instant gratification, or fear of missing out? Or do you stand firm, guided by vision, values, and the principles you have cultivated through patience, humility, faith, and courage? Resisting temptation is not denial of desire, it is mastery of the self. Every choice to stay aligned with your purpose, every refusal to compromise, and every moment of self-control builds the strength needed to wield wealth wisely and sustainably. This is a test that separates those who are prepared for temporary success from those who are ready for lasting abundance. Resilience against temptation transforms character into power. It ensures that the discipline you have practiced, the patience you have honed, and the integrity you have maintained are not undermined by fleeting impulses. Wealth tests the soul as much as it tests skill, and the greatest obstacles often appear as opportunities disguised in ease or allure. By choosing consistently what is right over what is easy, what is purposeful over what is convenient, you cultivate the inner armor necessary to sustain every blessing you receive. Temptation is not the enemy. It is the final teacher, revealing your readiness to receive and multiply abundance responsibly. Consider how many fail not because they are unprepared, but because they cannot withstand the subtle pressures that come with opportunity. Every shortcut taken, every compromise made, every moment where integrity is traded for speed or comfort weakens potential. Resisting temptation strengthens potential, amplifies wisdom, and deepens alignment with the path that leads to true wealth. The person who can face desire without surrender, who can stay disciplined when everything else whispers otherwise, is the person whom fortune seeks out. The emotional reward of resilience against temptation is profound. It brings clarity, self-mastery, and the confidence to receive without fear, guilt, or doubt. It ensures that the abundance you claim enhances your life, your purpose, and your influence rather than destabilizing it. Every act of restraint reinforces your inner foundation, making you unshakable in the face of challenges, steady in the flow of opportunity, and capable of transforming wealth into legacy. Let resilience against temptation become your standard. Let every choice, every impulse, and every opportunity be a test of your alignment with purpose, principle, and vision. Let this strength reinforce all you have built: patience, integrity, humility, endurance, discipline, faith, sacrifice, patience with others, and courage, so that when the fullness of abundance arrives, you are not only ready to receive, but equipped to steward it with wisdom, impact, and unshakable power. Resilience against temptation is the final proof that you are prepared to claim everything you have worked for and to rise into the life, influence, and wealth that are waiting for you. Resisting temptation strengthens the soul, but vision tests whether your heart is ready to receive and sustain true abundance. Vision is more than a dream or a desire. It is a clear, unwavering picture of what you are capable of achieving and the impact you intend to make. Without vision, patience, endurance, and discipline can become mechanical. Actions without direction, effort without meaning. God tests vision because wealth is never an accident. It is the result of deliberate intention, strategic focus, and a heart aligned with purpose. The question is not whether you want abundance, but whether you see yourself worthy, capable, and prepared to handle it. Ask yourself, do you have clarity about what you want And more importantly, why you want it. Can you see the life, the influence, and the freedom you are striving for with such precision that no obstacle can shake your focus? Vision creates a lens through which all challenges, sacrifices, and trials gain meaning. Every act of patience, integrity, humility, endurance, discipline, faith, courage, gratitude, and resilience is magnified when aligned with a compelling vision. Without it, abundance becomes hollow, effort becomes scattered, and opportunities slip away unnoticed. Vision transforms struggle into strategy. It allows you to anticipate challenges before they arise, to recognize opportunities hidden within difficulty, and to act decisively when timing is critical. A person with vision can endure longer, sacrifice more willingly, and resist temptation with greater ease because every choice is weighed against the bigger picture of what they are creating. Vision provides context, alignment, and clarity, turning preparation into momentum and action into results. It is the guiding star that ensures the abundance you receive will be used wisely and purposefully, not squandered or misaligned with your higher calling. Consider how often people work tirelessly, yet remain frustrated, moving endlessly without progress. They lack the clarity to direct their energy, the foresight to align their actions, and the faith to trust in the long-term payoff. Vision is the compass that guides all effort, ensuring that patience is productive, discipline is effective, and courage is focused. It allows you to navigate complexity without losing your center, to persist through trials without losing motivation, and to act boldly without recklessness. Vision is the unseen map that turns readiness into achievement. The emotional reward of a clear vision is profound. It creates confidence, certainty, and a magnetic pull toward action. When you can see the life you are destined to live, obstacles become temporary, delays become lessons, and fear becomes a signal rather than a barrier. Vision aligns your mind, heart, and spirit, ensuring that every test, every trial, and every act of preparation is purposeful. It transforms waiting into strategy, struggle into insight, and readiness into unstoppable momentum. Let vision sharpen your focus. Let it illuminate your purpose, clarify your path, and strengthen every quality you have cultivated. Patience, integrity, humility, endurance, discipline, faith, sacrifice, patience with others, courage, and resilience. A life of abundance is not granted to those who wander aimlessly. It is awarded to those who can see clearly, act deliberately, and hold fast to a vision that is bigger than fear, bigger than doubt, and bigger than circumstance. Vision ensures that when wealth, influence, and freedom arrive, you are not only ready to receive them, but capable of using them to elevate your life, your purpose, and the lives of everyone you touch. Vision gives direction, but generosity tests whether your heart is ready to wield abundance with purpose and impact. True wealth is never just about accumulation. It is about circulation, about using what you receive to elevate others, to create opportunities, and to leave a mark that lasts beyond yourself. God tests generosity because it reveals the condition of your heart. Can you share when resources are limited? Can you give when the world teaches scarcity and fear? Can you contribute without expectation of return, simply because it is the right and aligned choice? The capacity to give reflects readiness to receive, because abundance is not a possession, it is a responsibility. Ask yourself, do you hold tightly to what you have out of fear? Or do you trust that the more you give, the more you are aligned with the flow of prosperity? Generosity is not measured by the size of what is given, but by the willingness to act selflessly even when it costs something. Every act of giving reinforces the understanding that wealth is meant to serve, not merely to satisfy personal desire. Those who resist generosity, who cling to what they have without purpose, will find that abundance, when it comes, is shallow and fleeting. Those who practice it willingly, even in small ways, prepare themselves to receive a life of influence, freedom, and lasting impact. Generosity transforms the mindset of scarcity into a mindset of abundance. When you practice giving without expectation, you reinforce the belief that resources are not finite, that opportunity is not limited, and that your capacity to create and attract is greater than your current circumstance suggests. This practice aligns your heart with the principles of wealth, preparing you to handle not only the material rewards, but also the influence, responsibility, and power that accompany true abundance. Generosity is the amplifier of your other qualities: patience, integrity, humility, endurance, discipline, faith, courage, sacrifice, patience with others, resilience, and vision. ensuring that they do not stagnate in self-interest, but expand into meaningful impact. Consider how often people receive without giving and the emptiness that follows. Resources without purpose, wealth without circulation, and power without generosity are unstable and unsatisfying. The universe and God honors those who give, who lift others as they rise, and who recognize that abundance is a channel for transformation rather than a trophy to hoard. Every act of generosity strengthens character, reinforces alignment with your purpose, and magnifies your capacity to handle even greater rewards. The more you practice giving, the more naturally abundance flows to you, not as luck, but as the inevitable consequence of alignment with divine principles. The emotional reward of generosity is profound. It creates fulfillment, connection, and clarity. Giving strengthens your sense of purpose, amplifies your gratitude, and builds a sense of security that is not dependent on accumulation alone. Generosity expands your influence, solidifies trust, and prepares you to receive abundance without fear, arrogance, or selfishness. The ability to give freely is proof that you are ready not only to receive wealth, but to use it to elevate, empower, and transform. Let generosity guide your actions. Let every choice to give, share, and uplift reinforce your readiness. Let it magnify every other quality you have developed, creating a heart, mind, and spirit prepared to steward the abundance that is coming. Generosity ensures that when wealth, opportunity, and influence arrive, you are not only capable of receiving them, but capable of multiplying their impact, creating a legacy of purpose, and living a life of profound fulfillment and unstoppable power.